Man, oh man, what a day. So, of course, I know you heard about it, but didn't I leave another podcast and topic talking about the same thing about these food stamps? Did you see what's on the news about them food stamps? They say it's reported that five people, I think in New York, stole $66 million worth of food stamps. $66 million worth of food stamps. I don't even understand how. Listen, I'm on the other side, so I don't know how they did it. Greed was probably why they did it. As always, mankind feels though once they get away with something, they can do it again and get away with it. That's just human nature for some of us. But $66 million. I'm trying to think of like what did they do with the money and the proceeds to hide 60? How did you hide $66 million? I mean, are you do you have a foreign bank account? Or are you taking trips to these foreign countries that like Swiss bank accounts? Like the magnitude of $66 million is a lot. And I said it to say is what are you doing with it? How are you how are you holding on to $66 million without nobody knowing and still work? Um, the average person that has a couple dollars, the average person, not everybody, the average person that has a couple dollars usually buys themselves a toy, a nice car, a motorcycle, a jet ski, something to, a toy because they had the money for it. Now, if you're working, I think it's USDA or something like that, where they were doing it from, and you get caught stealing $66 million, five of y'all. So you can do the math on that. We ain't even gonna divide that because I'm sure it was a leader and it trickled down from the leader to other people. But how did you hide, or how do you just manifest $66 million in food stamps? Now, of course, I know that I ain't gonna put it out there, but we all know the food stamps trade and how people do what they do when they do what they do when they do what they do. But for five people to be able to embezzle $66 million worth of food stamps, I'm trying to figure out how can you accumulate that much money? That's what I'm trying to say. That much money in food stamps without showing it. Even if you buy a house, if you put it in your bank account, you're putting a lump sum in your bank account at one time. So how are you hiding this money now? They might know something that I don't know, and I wish I knew. But remember, I just told y'all the other day about the person in line that was in front of me in Sam's had not the shopping cart, the Sam shopping cart, but had the flatbed, the one where there's no railings around it, filled up with food, filled up with food. I mean, just stockpiles and stockpiles, all the way up, all the way forward. He was holding on to stuff, had stuff in his hand, and when he got to the counter, he whipped out a food stamp card. So I didn't think nothing of it. My thoughts was he probably, like I said, probably like a Spanish guy, probably like four or five kids, probably got like, I'm probably thinking like he got probably like two or 16, 1700, 1800 worth of food stamps. But then he go to his truck, F-150, with the back of it has the rack with the ladder on it, the PVC piping. It's a little like a toolbox inside of the back of it. Um, Tools, generators, and it has his logo on it with his name. So and how I know his name because someone called him, his family member called him, and you see it was on his name. And so I'm like, how do I get like this? Because I work, I mean, a 9 to 5. I try to save my pennies. I try to buy in bulk. I try to do the right thing to, excuse me, I try to do the right thing to save money. And he has, I'm thinking, it had to be because in Sam's they go up and then you wait in the back. Um, so it was not self checkout, but it was the lady on the side. So it had to be at least like 13 or 1400 worth of food. Now he got everything. I mean everything. And I'm not talking about like paper towels or dish detergent or toilet tissue. I'm talking about food, all type of hamburger, steak, juices, waters, hot dogs, the croissants, the frozen red meats, the poultry meats, the oxtails. I'm looking at his cart. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at his cart. Like I said, it's right before me. Someone before him, he's right before me, and I'm right behind him. And so he's still going to aisles like grabbing snacks and stuff. They sell cases. So he's coming back with 2 cases, and he putting it on his cart. And he to push his cart, he had to get the grips and you know what I mean, like he great bench press something and push to get the cart up there. So I'm like, damn. I'm thinking he got 5, 6 kids, which is fine. You got 5, 6 kids. You try to provide for them kids. The government gonna give you some food stamps to pay for that food for them kids. You better get it. But he go to his truck. Now he's a plumber. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine the amount of money plumbers make? Excuse me, that's my incense. I got the incense burning. This my utopia, my euphoria. I'm in my zone. So, like I said, got the F-150. Might have been a 250. I don't think it was a 250. I think it was the F-150. Um, Newer model. His name and his logo on the side. Um, he's there with, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend or something. And she called out his name and he answered. And his name was on the side with his number, plumber, whatever. And he got the PVC pipes, and PVC pipes are high. Got all the PVC pipes. Got the um, toolbox in the back of the bed. Got the framing to hold the PVC pipes. Got the ladders on top of the frame chained down. Got the generator in the back. So I'm like, damn. So he must be doing excellent. But man, I don't know. I don't know. It just had me thinking like I'm doing the right thing to get the wrong results. That's how I feel sometimes. Like, what I mean? It's just how I feel sometimes. And now comes this with $66 million. It makes you feel like, damn. I want a piece of the American pie too. I don't want it like that. I don't want to do no crime, no fraud, no scheming. I don't want to do none of that. But I would like for my deep freezer and my refrigerator freezer to be filled up. I mean, I'm being honest. I would like my 2 or 3 cases of waters on the floor, 2 or 3 cases of sodas, snacks galore, meats out of this world. You know what I mean? T-bones, the cheeseburgers, the hot pockets. You know what I mean? The big old. He had the big thing of ground beef, the big thing of the chuck beef that you use for like pepper steak. He had all this. So yeah, I'm looking. I'm like, because they give good cookouts sometimes. So I'm like, damn. But when he whipped the card out, the food stamp card, mind you, I said, man, he might got 5, 6 kids. So I ain't being nosy, but I'm paying attention. But then he get to his truck, the plumbing truck, and then I hear about this $66 million worth of food stamps. That's why I put the podcast out. What do I need to do to get some food stamps? Now they said to go by your income. Go by the income. They go by your net versus your gross. Right? So go by the income. I don't make that much money if I pay taxes. I mean, I'm telling the truth. And then I still got a few credit cards, a few affirms, because a firm sometimes is needed. But I'm just really twisted on this situation with these people with these food stamps, man. I can't get the food stamps the first, but everybody getting them but me. And probably you that's watching this podcast. So can we get some help with the food stamps? In a minute they gonna cut. In a minute they gonna cut that food stamps. And another thing I seen today, that Job Corps thing. Now, I don't agree with that because Job Corps saves them young people. I knew a few people that went to Job Corps, and where their life was headed, if it wasn't for Job Corps saving them, they'd have been, you know what I mean, probably 6 feet under. I'm gonna be honest. They lived in Baltimore City, lived in certain areas that was really at the time when we was growing up was rough. I mean, the drug scene was everywhere. It ain't like it was today when you go through this neighborhood. It's still a little, it still suffered from it, but it's not like it was. But these people, Job Corps saved them, and I just seen on the news that most all the Job Corps are shut down, and a lot of young people are in Job Corps. The people that are trying to do the right thing, you know, where the school system, I'm gonna be honest, the school system might have failed them and didn't get their attention like it should, or they didn't give the school system the attention like it should. But some type of way, both of them collided and both of them didn't match to nothing. So that's another few hundred people or thousands of people, because it's probably Job Corps in every state that's out of training, educational programs, CDLs, carpentry, plumbing, electrician, just everything that, you know, we built standards on that we need. They're probably out of because of this Job Corps shutdown. But I do feel as though we're going to feel a more ripple effect on everything. Do I feel as though we're seeing the worst to come? No. I don't think we're seeing the worst to come. Unfortunately, I think a lot of things are going to be taxed. A lot of people are going to be stressed. A lot of crime going to probably go up, even though they say crime is going down. But you're starting to push people to the brink of non-existence with cutting so much benefits and cutting so many programs that these people need. It's and I listen. I understand it takes a no to make a yes. So what I say that is, it takes a no for these programs to keep being funded for America to say yes, we're on a better track. I mean, it does, and he's starting with the programs that affect the youth and affect many people. Like I said, I think that Section 8 too, he's going to start cutting that. He's going to cut a lot, and I just feel for the people that's caught up in the middle of it. The young ladies that have a lot of kids and don't have the support of the fathers, or the fathers that are probably, you know what I mean, gone for whichever some reason. But, you know, I just think that we need a better solution to the problems that's ready to come. The Job Corps was an issue. And I don't agree with that, and I still stick to it. That yes, I did vote for him. He's not going to do everything I want him to do. No president is. No president is going to make. He's going to do everything the public want him to do. He's just not. He's going to do what he feels as though is best, and what his cabinet is telling him is best, how to run the country. And unfortunately, the citizens of America, which is you and I, are going to pay for that. So, you know, just Mike from the basement with another $66 million. If I had $1 million, say I hit the lottery for 1 million, I think after 1 million you get about 600 something thousand. You can take 600 something thousand. You might not buy the best house, but you can buy a house. And I say buy a house. A lot of people say they don't buy a house. I would say buy a house because you can always sell the house. Buy a house for 200 something thousand. So let's say 200, 250, 230,000, 240,000. Most houses. Even though you got some other houses that cost 300 and 400 something thousand, but excuse me, let's say 200 something thousand. Let's say you pay your car off. Don't buy a new car, pay your car off. If you have family, of course, immediate family, show love. Pay your bills. Pay everything to where you don't owe nothing. You feel me? Pay your credit cards off where you owe nothing. Pay your loans off where you don't owe nothing. And you'll still have a nice piece of change. Would I say fix your house up? Yes, I would. I would say fix your house up. So when you sell it, or when you try to sell it, it's worth more than what it was do some landscaping because landscaping is always number one. Fix the inside out. Uh, Modernize it. Just put some money into it so when you do sell it, it has no problem selling it. If you can't get the more, you get the same. If you get the same, you good because you can still buy something else, or you can just rent it out if you want to rent it out. But I think after that you probably still have something. Like say you probably still have something like 100,000 left, if that. Take a few trips, go on some vacations. That's worth 1 million. They got 66 million. They living next to Tyler Perry, or you can't live next. No, you can't live next to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry worth $1 billion. I would say Oprah, she worth $1 billion too. You probably living next to store to somebody, probably me, probably because you no 66 million. You ain't living next door to me. Even if it's broke down between five of y'all, 66 million, you still living good. Man, $66 million. I just wanted to share that with y'all today. $66 million food stamps. And I can't get not near $1 in food stamps. Mike from the basement. It's not a good day today.